This is Texas High School Football Now, sponsored by Germania Insurance.
Hello, folks. It's your man in San Antonio, Nate Ryan, for Texas High School Football Now. I'm still here, which means there's still teams from San Antonio alive in the Texas State football playoff bracket. It is the area round. Texas is a relatively large area. Now's when the teams from San Antonio, though, start to branch out into other pockets of Texas, right? Austin, Corpus Christi, McAllen. You're not playing for your school anymore. You're playing for your city. One of San Antonio's crown jewels, the Harlan Hawks, 10-1. A tough task in Dripping Springs. Harlan beat Dripping Springs in this round last year. The Springs did not forget. Opening score, back shoulder, Cooper Reed picks it out of double coverage. Tigers raced out to a 14-0 lead. Harlan gets on the board with one of the best backs in the state, G. Ivory Graham. This guy's got a great story. He's partially deaf, not let that slow him down. He's a TCU commit. One of my favorite players I've ever covered here in San Antonio. Touchdown Harlan, but this play emblematic of the night. Love you like a tip drill. Chasen Palmer from Harlan. He had a paw on it, tips it into the sky. Cooper Reed then back the other way. Watch this. Goes left, left, right. It's like me on the dance floor. Reed is a stud, committed to Arizona State. Yeah, I'll tell you, he's not going there for his journalism school. Dude likes to party. All Dripping Springs, they exact their revenge on Harlan in the area round. They get it done 52-28. 3 years ago, the Brennan Bears knocked off six-time state champion Lake Travis in the state playoffs. This time, the Bears meeting them in the area round in a place where there's a lot of area, Seguin. Lake Travis had fourth down from midfield. 3-0 LT. Going for it all. They'll get nothing and like it. No fly zone. Time Todd. Canceling the equation. Brennan takes over. This was a defensive slugfest. You like defense, this is your ball game. Another fourth down for Lake Travis. And another stop by the Brennan secondary. This time it's Ethan Riojas. I love defense. I feel like I'm watching the Big Ten up here. Brennan made the voyage. Fans love it. 3-0 at the half. Third quarter, Brennan trying to get some semblance of offense, but LT wouldn't budge. They're going backwards the other way. Cavaliers, this play was the turning point. On third down, Luke McBride, swing to Lark Seidel in the flat. That picks up the first down into Brennan territory. Couple plays later, McBride just got it off. Seidel on the back shoulder. You had to earn your points in this one. 13-7 the final score. Lake Travis escapes by the skin of their whiskers. Look at how close Brennan was to the sack. Credit to McBride, standing in the pocket, dropping it in the basket. The defending state champion in 5A, the Smithson Valley Rangers, warming up the Alamo Dome against Corpus Christi's Veterans Memorial. See seats available. A lot of oxygen in the building. Opening drive, Rangers defense, big game hunting. Kyle Bierman, that's what you call a sack lunch. SV takes over. Smithson Valley racing out to a 14-0 lead. Gunnar Shoquist from inside 5 yards. Rangers would get a stop, and then right back to the kid, Faux Shoquist. Gunnar Shoquist again, number 22 from 22 yards out. He's pretty good. 20-0 Rangers at the half. Play of the game, though, comes first play of the third quarter. Pop pass, jet sweep, Hunter Hogg. He's hogging space. Watch this guy just shuck tacklers. He's got guys jumping on his back like a bunch of hyenas on a lion. Doesn't matter. Still drags him into the end zone. The 34-0 shut piece. Rangers on a mission to defend their state title. Lavernia and Somerset. I like in Lavernia, for me, might be the Cowboys in some areas, but Lavernia is America's team, let's be honest. Somerset, that's how they take the, look at that entrance. You got the circling bros with the hammer drop. I feel like I'm pre-gaming with my boys watching that. That's awesome. Caleb Flores of Somerset trailing 7-0. Drops it in stride to Malachi Iverson. 4-4. Iverson, when he was balling, he was young. 7 apiece, but Somerset, listen, everybody knows. If you make the conscientious decision to kick to Lavernia, you're going to have to live with the consequences. This is your man, Ty Carter. Return to sender, house call. Carter, he was putting in the mileage on the Fitbit tonight. Carter, watch the stiff arm. Throw up the Heisman and then cut back sauce. He gone. You're going to let him know about it, too. He lets our cameraman know about it as well. What did he do? Take it easy on him. Another Carter touchdown. Bears up 3 scores. But the Bulldogs not going down without a fight. Flores again right over the top of the defense. Quanell Newsby. Touchdown. Beware of dog. Oh, credit the cheerleader for hanging in there from the Bulldog. Bulldog might need a trip to the dentist as well, too. Maybe some whitening strips. Looking like some plaquage there on the front 2 incisors. Ty Carter yet again. His name is sanctimonious out there in Lavernia. Touchdown again, 51-33. This Bears team used to playing deep into the playoffs. They get it done. Let's go to the lake. Canyon Lake. Boating license not required. Taking on Cal Allen from the Corpus area. Opening lake drive. Quarterback Jace Wheeler, Sea Lake, displaying some wheels. Tuck and run. This is a hard-earned pickup of 15. A promising drive down into the red zone. Wheeler! Oh, tried the quick hitter, but the Oski, Drayson Gomez, steps in front. Return to sender, wrap it up, send it through postage. Express delivery, get it to your grandma before the holiday season. Touchdown, Cal Allen. 14-0. Now Wheeler back to work again. Again, another promising drive inside the 50, but again, it's intercepted. Going back the other way. Chris Durham. Oh, he telegraphed it, did Wheeler. That's 2 Oskies on his tab now. That sets up the Wildcats inside the 5. Jimmy Tipton finishes it off. Canyon Lake able to move the ball really well. Got to pass 50 again, but again, Wheeler. Again, the interception. Oh, he's trigger happy. Son of a nutcracker. Gomez again. I got 5 on it. Heart breaks for Jace Wheeler. Had a fantastic regular season, but it comes to an end here with the 3 interceptions in the playoffs. Cal Allen's secondary, they were hunting. 42-14, they're moving on. My horn can pierce the sky. The New Braunfels Unicorns. Unicorns making its way to Corpus Christi. Not sure if they're native to the area down there in the coastal bend. They are now. Levi Gola, quarterback keeper, bobbing and weaving. Speaking of I got 5 on it, let's get keyed inside the 5. A couple plays later, Gola's done most of the work. Just finish the job, young man. Lowering the shoulder, quarterback keeper, circuitous. Tough to decipher the color scheme here. Credit to the officials. I mean, those are a lot of various shades of blue. Shades of touchdowns from New Braunfels. This one, it's the jet sweep. Future quarterback there. That's Kane Bunch, touchdown. Customary, the big blue unicorn, which I've tried to touch on numerous occasions, but the students won't let me do it when I go out there. He said, listen, you got to be a student. Come on, man. Just let me touch it. The unicorn. Come on. Not going to let it happen. 63-29. This New Braunfels team having their best season in years. They're moving on to the playoffs. McAllen Memorial, thanks for playing. What does that mean? We still got San Antonio teams playing on into the next week. Area round. It's been a ton of fun this season, San Antonio. I'm Nate Ryan, Texas High School Football Now.
Welcome to our final week of football here on Football News Now. I'm Madison Palumbo from Waco. Plenty of playoff games to get to from Week 13, the second round of the playoffs, so let's jump right on in. We'll kick things off in Rockwall tonight. Whitney taking on Winsboro in the second round. The Wildcats would really get into a rhythm here early. A big first down by KJ O'Horn here on 4th down would help set up the Wildcats up near the red zone. And then it's Jonte Johnson who turns on the Jets for the Cats. He beats the Red Raiders defense easily, and just like that, Whitney gets on the board 7-0. It wouldn't take long before Whitney gets the ball back, and their rushing attack would stay the same. This time, quarterback Kobe Haynes, who's going to keep this one to himself from about midfield, but burn every single Winsboro defender. I mean, look at him go, shaking off the pressure that does come, but he will still race his way into the end zone, and it's another Whitney touchdown. And he's going to celebrate this early lead big time. Still the first quarter here, and guess what? We've got more offense coming your way. Haynes hands it off to Johnson, and once he has the ball, it's no question where he's heading. The Wildcats would score 22 unanswered points to kick this one off, but the second quarter, Winsboro would start their comeback fight. Shortly before the break, the Red Raiders would score on this pass here to make it close. This game would go into half with Whitney leading 22-17, but it would stay close in the second half. Whitney pulls it out, the back and forth battle, the final score 45-38 Wildcats. Heading on over to Groesbeck Stadium, Goldthwaite takes on Auburton in the second round. The Eagles looking for their 9th win of the season. A slow start for both teams, but Jeremiah Evans comes up big with the sack against Auburton quarterback Ryan Holman. The Mustangs persevere, and on that very next drive, Holman bounced back. He hits Justin Weir across the middle, and he's in the end zone. First points of the night, the Mustangs 7-0 Auburton. Goldthwaite gets the ball back, and they're looking for answers. Take a look at this crazy play here. Quarterback Hayes Greenway launches it to Zach Rodriguez, who bobbles it, and a Mustang picks it off. It's Holman who gets it, and he looks to run it back, but then it's popped out again. And Owen Campbell gets it back and runs it into the red zone before getting tackled. Greenway then hands it off to his running back, Landry Sanderson, on the next play, who takes it to the house to get the Eagles some points on the board. All tied up here at Groesbeck Stadium, but the Mustangs will respond. Holman will take this one himself. He'll battle his way into the end zone, juking a few guys here and there, a lot of missed tackles, but he gets it. 13-7 Mustangs. As the extra point is no good, the Mustangs will score back-to-back and go up 19-7 at the half. But this one is going to be all Mustangs, 47-17. Auburton travels from East Texas and leaves with another win, advancing to the next round. We'll head over to Leopard Field in Lorena. Central Texas Christian taking on Live Oak. Lions trying to get the run game going, and Live Oak comes up with a big tackle for loss here on Lions running back Austin Evans, but they would not be able to keep him contained for long. Here's Evans on the carry and a score for Central Texas Christian. Next drive for the Lions. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Here's Evans again, all the way for another Lions touchdown. The offense stays explosive for the Lions. They move on with a big 50-0 win. That just about wraps up our Week 13 of playoff football. Thanks for tuning in all these weeks. We'll see you next season.
Hello everyone, Joe Trahan with some great Friday night lights from North Texas. It was perfect football weather. I'm at McKinney ISD Stadium. It was the Allen Eagles trying to remain undefeated, taking on the Lake Highlands Wildcats. Let's get right to the highlights as we check out this area round matchup to see who survives and advances in this one. Lake Highlands got off to a great start, a clock-chewing 6-minute drive, but on 4th down in the red zone, Allen gets the stop and the turnover on downs. Then the Eagles offense goes to work. It's a crucial 3rd down. Quarterback Jeremiah Dowd calls his own number, and look at him go. One man to beat, and he does it. 62 yards, 7-zip Eagles. Still in the first, Dowd shows off his arm this time. Perfect pass to Carter Harris. The defender falls, and it's a walk-in 59-yard TD. Allen up by 2 TDs, pulling away. Then on to the second quarter. The ground attack takes over. This is the first of 2 second-quarter TD runs for Jayden Hambrick. Eagles take control, and they go on to win big tonight, 41-7 over Lake Highlands. At Choctaw Stadium tonight, Waxahachie taking on North Forney. Opening drive of this one, the Indians were threatening on 4th and 1. Demarion Cooper races in for the 3-yard score. Hatchie leads 7-zip. Ensuing drive now, North Forney had an answer. Legend Bay, what a great name for the quarterback. He keeps it himself and goes 27 yards to the house. We're tied at 7. A few minutes later, the Falcons trying to punt, but the kick gets blocked. Hector Calderon, the third, is there for the recovery. Waxahachie leads 14-7 after 1. The Indians pull away in the second half. Jerry Meyer scores 3 touchdowns, and Waxahachie wins it 37-20. All right, now let's check out Rockwall Heath taking on Duncanville, this one at Allen Eagle Stadium. Early second quarter, Panthers trailing 6-zip. Trenton Yancey takes the direct snap. 1-yard touchdown. Duncanville takes their first lead at 7-6. And the offense was just getting started. Next possession, quarterback Jacorian Rivers launches deep to Yancey, hauls it in, 32 yards. 2-point conversion is good. It's 15-6 Duncanville. 2 minutes later, they're in the end zone again. It's the same connection. Rivers to Yancey, 72 yards. You are not going to catch him. Duncanville scores 29 points in the second quarter, and the Panthers offense just keeps pouring it on. They get the win, 43-6. Next stop, Grapevine. It's Prosper taking on Richardson Berkner in this one. This game was tied at 7 in the first quarter when Braden Imhoff finds Marcus McCoy wide open for the 8-yard touchdown. Prosper led 14-10 after 1. Second quarter, the Eagles offense staying red hot. Imhoff to Trevor Ellis for the 28-yard touchdown. Extra point no good, 27-10 Prosper. Then with 27 seconds left in the half, Imhoff finds Lathan Lachelet for the 9-yard score. Prosper led 34-10 at the half, and they go on to get another big win, 50-24. So as we continue to go deeper in these playoffs, the games mean more. It's all about surviving and advancing. Another great night of high school football here in North Texas. Here's hoping you enjoy the rest of your football weekend.
For insurance you can trust, help is just a handshake away. Find your local agent at germaniainsurance.com. For insurance you can trust, help is just a handshake away. Find your local agent at germaniainsurance.com.
Hello. I'm Jeff Jones in Austin with a look at Central Texas's top games from the second round of the high school football playoffs. Let's get it started with a showdown between Hutto and San Antonio Johnson. Now, Hutto, they didn't host this game at home, but it was in our area against an undefeated team. Caden Steffick and Dylan Owens have a connection stronger than good Wi-Fi. They found the end zone early, then watch the defense. The ball was touched by more hands than a doorknob. Everybody tipped that pass before Wardell White hauled it in. The Hippos trailed by 5 at the break. Johnson goes on to win this one, 56-37. We keep the highlights going. Liberty Hill played Brenham. The Panthers are known for a high-scoring offense, but the defense can put points on the board too. Orrin Cole said first you scoop, then you score. A 98-yard fumble return. Then came a tough moment for the local guys. Down by 3 and driving on 4th down. Watch this. The pass goes up. But, a great defensive play broke up that completion. A good season for the Panthers ends in the second round. Final score 27-24. Defending state champs Vandergrift played San Antonio Brandeis, and as you can see, the rain was coming down in this one, and the yards were adding up. Sam Brown dragged defenders towards the red zone. The Vipers led by 20, but wanted to deliver the knockout punch, so they went for it on 4th down. Brandeis shut it down like your laptop at the end of a workday. Vandergrift battles through the rain to secure the win, though. Final score in this one, 37-7. Georgetown hosted Frisco Lone Star. The Eagles went to the air. Some call him Regan to Rosen. I call him Thor Rosen. The senior receiver brought the hammer on that catch and run. On defense, linebacker Malachi Miller. Check it out, the best pick I've seen since I had an afro and a comb. Great plays from the local guys, but it was Frisco Lone Star that took a 2-score lead into the break and built on that in the second half. Georgetown falls 42-21. That's all from around Austin. Thanks for watching.
Hello, football fans, and welcome to Texas High School Football Now, Beast Texas edition. Dan Millay and Jimmy Searfoss with y'all here to break down week 2 of playoff football here in Beast, Texas.
Ooh, playoffs. It's the best time of the year, man.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
And the weather showed up for it. Everything looked like a movie out there tonight in East Texas. I don't know about the rest of Texas, but it was foggy everywhere, hazy. It set it up for the perfect batch of highlights tonight, and we had a good one for our game of the week, Dangerfield and ARP.
Yeah, tremendous backdrop for some tremendous games. Out at Marshall's Maverick Stadium, we got a battle of the Tigers. Step into the Tiger cage with Dangerfield and Arp. First drive of the game, Dangerfield with possession. Quarterback Isaiah Parker steps back to pass. He's got Rain Wallace coming across midfield, gets the dump. Now watch him turn on the speed, working towards the sideline. Forced out of bounds around the 20, but he's in Arp territory. A few plays later, it's a handoff to Ashton Williams, who runs behind some blockers, pounds it into the end zone for an early lead for Dangerfield. Second quarter now, Arp with the ball. Tigers will hand it off to Josh Smith, who runs it up the gut. Big hole, nothing but space in front of him. One man to beat, but he can't outrun Rain Wallace. Getting it done on both sides, but that sets up a handoff to Kason Bergens. He's going to swing it around the outside. Good blockers in front of him. Splits the defense, dragged down, but he's inside the end zone, so Arp ties it at 7. Just before the half, less than 2 minutes to go. Arp near midfield with the play action. Ty Langley looks back to pass and then throws downfield, does not hesitate. A wide open receiver in Wyatt Johnson is waiting there. Beautiful over-the-shoulder catch. Arp catches everybody off guard, going up 14-7 on that play. And the Tigers, the Arp Tigers, they're both Tigers, Arp goes on to win it, 29-28.
All right, let's go check out the overwhelming favorites to go back-to-back. Carthage Bulldogs taking on the Sanger Indians. Carthage looking to do Carthage things. They started off strong. Jet Surratt with the handoff to K.J. Edwards. He's going to go himself and strut his way into the end zone. 0, making it 6. Sanger didn't get past their own 50 on the drive, so Carthage went right back at it again. This one goes to Benny Smith. He's got a lot of guys on his back before he gets dropped down right before the end zone. Sets it up for this next one to Keemian Henderson. How about that catch in the end zone? Carthage once more. Surratt with the handoff to Edwards again, and he just is coming around the mountain when he comes. All the way to Aggie Land later on. He's got to win a state championship again. First, though, Carthage takes this one 62-35 over the Sanger Indians.
Bulldogs doing Bulldog things. Let's talk Longview Lobos now. They've got another playoff clash here with the DeSoto Eagles, a rematch of last season's 6A D2 state quarterfinals. Second play of the game here, DeSoto's legend Howell tosses to a receiver. Ethan Feaster makes a couple moves, swirls and twirls, finally brought down to the Lobo 38. This time back to pass again, but he pulls the ball down and runs with it, finds an open hole in the Longview defense, and he finds the end zone. Extra point is good, so DeSoto jumps ahead 7-0. Next drive for the Eagles, Sarah Baker takes the handoff, squeezes up the middle for a DeSoto first down. In the red zone, the handoff goes to the speedy Jaqueline Cias, who slips through a hole, magically appears in the back of the end zone. Some trickery there. Extra point unsuccessful, though. 13-0. Lobos with the ball now. Trey Henderson passes. It looks deep and finds a wide open Sean Davis for a 47-yard pickup. Few plays later, Henderson drops back and checks the whole field. He's got Jacaden Graves for the touchdown. Extra point good. DeSoto 13, Longview 7. And DeSoto goes on to win big, 60-28.
Let's go to the Battle of the Zoo. Gladewater Bears taking on the, wait for it, Grandview Zebras, man. Never seen a zebra with red eyes? Two of the funnest mascots meeting in Kaufman, starting off the first half. Gladewater leading 35-34, picking up the Zebras. Some steam, though. Blue Hubbard zigzagging, or earning his stripes for the Grandview touchdown.
Good.
That's what Zebras do. Gladewater struggled on offense this drive. Close to the end zone here, but picked off. Preston Davis takes a knee to flip the field or get it to the 25-yard line. Grandview once more. Mason Landers a toss to guess who? Blue Hubbard. He spins off of a tackle. Bears are just chasing him at this point. Never seen a zebra run from a bear? How about that? Into the end zone for another 6. Grandview going for 2. Guess who? Blue. How about that?
Very good.
Grandview 55 to 42 over Gladewater.
All right, last one, best one, Henderson's Lions Stadium, where we find San Augustine with a 12-7 lead over Wascom. The Wolves say no time, though, no problem. Just before the end of that first half, quarterback Max Renfro finds Pater, puts the pedal to the metal, outruns the defense for the touchdown. St. Augustine will go for 2 as well, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Renfro fakes the pitch, takes it himself again towards the left sideline this time, carries it across the pylon to put the Wolves up 15-12. Wascom trying to answer with about 2 minutes till the break. Handoff goes to Montez Thompson, who breaks away from the pack for some serious yardage before getting brought down inside San Augustine territory. Later on, Wildcats quarterback Chris Hernandez is surveying his options. He's looking towards the end zone. He's trying to hit Julius Wash, but the pass is broken up by Jacorian Lacey, who says, no, 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 not today, friend. You're not my friend, buddy. That forces Wascom to attempt the field goal to tie things up, but it's no good. So St. Augustine there at halftime ahead 15-12, and the Wolves go on to win it 36-24.
How about them St. Augustine Wolves, man? That's deep East Texas, baby. We rarely get out there, man. You almost see some East Texas football coming up here.
You might be able to hear that howl all across the Lone Star State, though.
You will.
Because that's what Wolves do.
They do that.
You know.
Zebras, they make a different noise.
Look it up on your own time. We got to go.
I did it in the show. It was a whole thing.
It was great. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.
And so we meet again. Some powerhouse programs clashing in week 2 of the playoffs. And you know, we love a good clash. We start off with a battle between 2 top 5 teams, undefeated Fort Bend Ridgepoint taking on 5-time state champ North Shore, the Mustangs. Hezekiah Johnson leading things off with a 6-yard touchdown run. It's 7-0 North Shore early, but Ridgepoint's Bodie Barty looking for the equalizer. Try a 32-yard dime that ties the score at 7. In the second, Johnson was not done, taking off this time a 21-yard touchdown run. It was 24-7 North Shore at the half, and it was North Shore winning this game 31-7. The Mustangs improved to 10-2, and they will take on Cypress Falls next. College Park and Cy Lake squaring off the first quarter. Handoff to College Park's Antonio Booker. He does the rest, a 13-yard touchdown running in the second quarter. Duke Stevens tacks on to the Cavalier lead. It was 17-0 at halftime. And College Park with a huge win. They improve to a perfect 12-0, winning 44-11. College Park gets DeSoto next. Now, a battle royale between Katy and Memorial. First quarter, Memorial picked off. Watch this play. On the sideline, and then it appears that Katy is going to fumble the ball, but then Katy recovers it. That would end up leading to a field goal, but Memorial would get one back. Watch this. Blake Iverson recovering the fumble for Memorial, and the Mustangs get the ball back. Katy, though, showing off some great defense later. This sack by Bunachi Obeda, knocking down the QB, and then some trickery, a fake punt attempt. Well, that's going to end up coming up short. The Tigers would, though, go on the offensive. This long run by Tony Manuel would end up setting up a Tiger touchdown. And then Manuel again, this time cashing it in himself. And it would be Katy going on an onslaught. They were up 27-0 at the half. Katy gonna win big 48-7. The Tigers will play Summer Creek next. And now King and Shadow Creek, and the kick is blocked. The Panthers with a huge play early in this game, recovered by Micah Laster. Ensuing possession, Timothy Potts knows what to do with it. He flips it out to the flat. Deion Sims doing the rest. Sims just can't be brought down. King would go up early 7-0, and King would come out with a big win in this one. They end up winning 51-6. So King improving to 10-2. Shadow Creek finishing the season at 8-4. King going to play the winner of Jordan and Stratford. That game going to be on Saturday. Now Pearland and Dickinson. Here it's 14-0 Gators early, thanks to the Lorenzo Aguirre pass to Caleb Peterson. What a beautiful touch on that ball. And the Gators would add a 20-yard run to make it 21-0 Dickinson in the third quarter. Pearland would end up getting on the board, though, thanks to this touchdown pass, but it was 28-14 Gators late. Dickinson gonna hand Pearland its first loss of the season, 28-21. And those are our playoff round 2 highlights from Houston.
Gain of 5 on the play. Makes it a second down and
For insurance you can trust, help is just a handshake away. Find your local agent at germaniainsurance.com. For insurance you can trust, help is just a handshake away. Find your local agent at germaniainsurance.com.
Hey there, everybody. Chris Thomason in the Coastal Bend studio. We had plenty of great area round action. Let's see some of it. How about San Antonio Piper visiting Flower Bluff? This was a rematch of their second round game last year. The Bluff won in overtime, 57-56. Here early, Samuel Smith and made it 7-0 Hornets. Then Lucian Cruz going to find Ransom Watson. Flower Bluff with a hot start, up 14-0. Now later, though, the Warriors had come back in the first half. It's 14-all. Smith, though, going to punch it in, made it 21-14. But now we jump ahead to the third. It's 28-all, a great back-and-forth game. Isaiah Gayton here going to go deep to Cash Lancaster. That was a dime. Dropped it right in there. Made it 35-28 Warriors. Now Piper after a fourth down stop. This time Lancaster on the ground. Gone. He's going to cut right through that Hornets defense. That was the backbreaker. Piper wins final 42-35. So they avenge their loss to Flower Bluff last season. All right, how about 5A Division II? Gregory Portland getting a second straight home game in the playoffs, taking on Mission Sherryland out of the Valley. We pick it up. It's 8-7 GP in the first. Watch the screen as Carter Dominguez is going to dump it down to Cody Adame, and Adame going to do all the hard work. He gone for the score. GP extends its lead to 14-7. Now it goes from bad to worse for the Rattlers here. Sherryland's Calvin Harris going to be picked off by Tristan Gore. The Wildcats defense coming up big. Gore gets to celebrate by waving the turnover flag on the sideline. And GP taking advantage here. Dominguez going to pull it down on the option. He's going to take it 35 yards to pay dirt. GP goes up big. They go on to win big by a final of 73-21. They are moving on to the region semifinal next week. All right, how about some 4A action? 9th-ranked Sinton taking on Jarrell. This one over in San Antonio at Comalander Stadium here. Sinton's Micah Green. Green means go. That's his nickname. Getting the first down. Coach Mike Troutman liking that. Then Green going to get to finish off the drive. His drive, really. Made it 7-0 Pirates. Now the defense, they've been coming up big all year long too. And here the Cougars just not able to get much going early as Ace Fuentes going to get the big hit stick on third down, ending that drive. And Sinton trying to take advantage here. Marcos Zapata with a big gain deep inside Jarrell territory. That would set up this as Green, his second score of the first quarter. All Pirates. Sinton wins 52-21. They too are on to the region semifinal next week. All right, let's stay in San Antonio. Rockport Fulton taking on Salado right down the road at Gustafson Stadium. Here tied 14-all in the third. Zane Rios with the big first down the sidelines, leaning in for the hit, moving the sticks. Coach Eric Souza liking that. Then Jackson Keown here for the short go-ahead score. Rockport Fulton goes up 21-14. Now later in the third, it's Wyatt Califer here, the short score. Tack on another, made it 28-14. Now Salado, though, not going away. Here we jump ahead to the fourth quarter. Watch the trickeration, the reverse to Gabe Merriman. He's going to take it in. The Eagles trimming the lead to 28-21. Here they come, but Rockport Fulton putting this one away. A little trickeration of their own. Where's the ball? Oh, here it is down the near sideline. Keown coming right into your living rooms. Gone. Rockport Fulton on to the region semifinal with the big second half. The Pirates win 56-28. They get a rematch with district foe Cuero in the next round. That's a Gobblers team that they beat back in district. Okay, so when it was all said and done in the area round, 5 Coastal Bend teams moving on. Gregory Portland, Cal Allen, Sinton, Rockport Fulton, and Refugio. Well, that will do it for me.
Welcome to West Texas. I'm Ethan Becker, and we've got 5 games from the Permian Basin to San Angelo and Abilene. Let's look at the highlights. Permian eyeing its first regional semis trip since 2014 against Mansfield Lake Ridge. Eagles soaring early. That's Micah Blow breaking a couple tackles and jogging into the end zone as the Eagles are up 7 and led by as many as 14. But here comes Mojo. Gavin Black finds hole, dives into the end zone, making that a 1-possession game. Later, Jacob Garcia. He is going to throw a screen and find Aaron Navarrete, but he's also going to break away, go across the goal line for 6 and the lead. 24 unanswered points helps the Panthers as they win 30-28 in a thriller. Midland Christian hoping to avoid elimination from Austin Regions in back-to-back seasons. Defense holding strong early. Isaiah Matthews swats that ball at the line of scrimmage, but not consistently enough. Jack Devine using his legs this time to tack on an extra 6 points to make it 21-0. Mustangs did get into a groove on offense. Jackson Franco drops it into the arms of Brady Young. Midland Christian in night territory. And on the very next play, it's Young again diving across the goal line to put the Mustangs on the board. But Midland Christian's season comes to an end with a 48-15 defeat. Greenwood looking to keep its undefeated season going against Eagle Mountain out of Fort Worth. The Rangers get the ball first and drive to the 7-yard line where Lincoln Madrid keeps it and runs into the end zone. But the Knights have an answer with their own 16-yard pass and throw to Justin Fox as he is going to catch that and round his way into the end zone to make it 8-7. But this is where Rangers take over for good. Madrid to Dylan Payton for a touchdown. And then Madrid using his legs once again, this time on his 38-yard run as Greenwood moves on with a dominant 58-13 victory. Great Creek looking to take down Ida Lou, but the Wildcats waste no time getting on the board. Camden Lutrick keeps it himself, powers his way into the end zone for the lead. Great Creek looking to respond. Darrell West waits for the opening, and boom, there it is. West streaks down the field for a big Eagles gain, but here comes the Ida Lou defense. Peyton Moyers flies into the backfield for the sack. That's a turnover on downs and prime territory for the Wildcats to take over, and Ida Lou is rolling. Lutrick rolls out and hits his big man Hunter McClendon. He's in for the score as Ida Lou wins 59-12. Defending state champ Jayton Jaybirds take on the Grand Falls Royalty Cowboys. Jaybirds Cole Gentry takes the opening kickoff all the way to the house as that's a lead for the Jaybirds. Cowboys follow on 4th down. Quarterback Aiden Dominguez throws to Jason Burns for the touchdown, but the Cowboys would still trail 8-6 from there, and the Jaybirds respond with quarterback Sean Stanaland throwing to Gentry as Jayton wins this one 68-18 over Grand Falls Royalty. That wraps the second round of playoffs from West Texas. I'm Ethan Becker, and that's the highlights from the Permian Basin.
Texas High School Football Now is sponsored by Germania Insurance.